Hi, my name is Francisco Migoya. I'm a professional pastry chef and bread baker. I am currently the head chef at Modernist Cuisine, which is based in Seattle, Washington, in the United States. And essentially what we do is we write books on different aspects of gastronomy. Our most recent book is a book titled Modernist Bread, which was published in 2017. I've been at this job for 5 years, a little over 5 years. And we do research and development. We do in-depth studies, just the science of bread, how to improve techniques. We explain to people everything that surrounds bread in great detail. I started teaching in New York in the year 2005 at the Culinary Institute of America in New York. I taught there for 9 years. During that time, I taught baking, pastry, bread making, everything that surrounds the world of baking and pastry. My style is, I really think that my heart is in the world of pastry, specifically in the world of plated desserts, chocolates and confections. It's where I find that I'm most creative. It's also where I find that there's still a lot of work that I can do with developing new techniques and new recipes, with coming up with different shapes, different visual ideas for the creations that I want to come up with. My first class was a class on artisan bread, and it was 2 days in which we did about 12 different breads. The idea was to give the students a good amount of theory, because bread is apparently a very simple thing. It only has 4 ingredients: water, flour, salt, and yeast. But it's a very complex system, and it's a living thing. And so we went through basically all the basic fundamentals of what you need to know about baking artisan bread. And essentially what we did is we did different styles of bread. The most important ones that I wanted to show them were breads that were sourdough style breads, so breads that utilize wild yeast to ferment the dough. Actually, it was a great experience. I didn't know very much what to expect working in this kitchen. It's always, when you teach a master class, it's always, it makes me a little bit nervous, because you never know what the kitchen is going to look like, or what it's going to be like, or what sort of equipment you have. But I was very happy to see that the equipment here at Easy Cooking and Baking was, it was just very good, and it worked very well for the class. It was a very well equipped kitchen. So we didn't have to do any magic tricks to make the bread work. It was a very fluid class that we could just keep going, and the students got a lot of information from that. The second class was a class in which I tried to incorporate different aspects of pastry. So we did entremets, which are large format cakes. We made petit gâteaux, which are the smaller format cakes. And then we made some chocolates and confections, so bonbons, chocolate bars, and so forth. And I tried to really bring my personal perspective to it. There's a heavy focus on not being like other pastry chefs, not utilizing the same molds, not utilizing the same techniques. I try to give students that creative view of how pastry can be different, and how you can bring your own creative eye to it and your creative flair to it. Finally, when you have the final buffet, we made 16 different desserts. It all turned out fantastic, and even though I've already seen these desserts before, for me it's just so gratifying to see them all finished and together in one place. I have some plans for the future, but sometimes life doesn't work out that way. But what I would like to do is, we have another book coming out from Modernist Cuisine, and it's on pizza, and should probably be coming out in 1.5 to 2 years. We've been actively working on that project. But after our pizza project, we're going to be working on a pastry book. But after that, I think I've always been very passionate about chocolates and confections. I used to own a chocolate shop when I lived in New York. While I was teaching, I would also run my chocolate shop. So I think maybe The future might be for me to reopen my chocolate shop, maybe do more consulting. I really like doing these master classes, so it's a good opportunity for me to travel and see the world, but also to teach people. I'm very passionate about sharing information. I like to give people all of those tools that they need to successfully make great product. My name is Francisco Migoya. Thank you. Goodbye.